Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Very good.
Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Dead mercenary. Deadeye. Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Command. Deadeye. Mercenary. Deadeye. Mercenary chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you, your inner voice to be precise, an echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your mind?
Because you can't deny what's deep within your heart. Sometimes a thought is just a thought. In the end, it's the way you act that counts.
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end. Eventually, it'll be my way or the highway.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger. Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die. Chop it up. Raw materials for your needs. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. running low. Cracker Doom.
Oopsie!
hurt bad. You always find good use for things like that. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. Hey, tough guy. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Fuck me, I hit the wrong button.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Clogs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed. Including you. Bites the dust. Bow. You should be able to use that. Grab on tight and go. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. Of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
foe. Get up. Slice and dice. White dot. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Handy. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Hey, Rocket Lion, what's up?
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Hey, how you doing today, Rocket? Sorry about cutting it short there with the initial greeting. I have all of my game sound coming out of my monitor, so I've been keeping my mic muted so we don't wind up with the double reverb. I'm being lazy today, and I just don't feel like wearing my headset. So yeah, I will be talking during these quiet times when I have these little chances to do so. Also going to be taking this opportunity to pack a bowl, so bear with me for a second, folks. Got to get my head right with Jesus. And today we are smoking on some Amnesia. Wonderful, wonderful bud. Daytime bud. Oh, yeah, just a moment. Now, it's not taking me this long to read. It's just, yeah. This is a pretty cool game. I'm not too thrilled with the graphics. I mean, I've got the graphics maxed out on my system. And, I don't know, man. Not really. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not impressed. I mean, I guess it is an older game. Fun as shit, though. Having a lot of fun with it. I've died several times. But yeah, BioMutant. It's on sale right now. It's a 50% off game in Steam. There's a couple of other games that are massively on sale on there as well. But yeah, with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get back into this. Here we go.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here.
Yeah.
You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy. You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I just noticed that I've got a list of lagged frames. 25%, 37%. So let me check on the quality of my broadcast here, because if I can't broadcast it in good quality, there's no real point. Just bear with me a minute. Just going to my channel to check out my feed. Turn my volume down.
Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every... The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Alright, looks like that concludes the tutorial.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out of... He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
That's right. Smack that spark out before it starts.
You don't have to be so harsh. It's such a little spark.
Now take it out now while it's small.
There's always another spark.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. Cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. That's going to leave a mark. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see.
Bro, my guy seriously just pissed on the pole. I didn't notice that the first marker. He pees on the pole. How great is that? What's up, Panzer? How are you doing today, brother man? I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Let me alt-tab over real quick so I can give Drag his shout out there. Boom pow. There you go, Drag. Welcome, man. I hope your turkey day went well, man.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Hopes you have patience. The Sifu can't stop himself from talking sometimes. Let's hope this isn't one of...
Sibi? Lapanen aging kanman. Gerad na fal hutut. Mustugay la
The Myriad tribe...
Mobby, brother man, thank you so much for the resub.
They believe uniting the tribe... He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Yeah, man, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope everything went well for you.
He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common.
Absolutely, man. I ate way too much yesterday.
Of you as a kidling, he can still sense you're kind-hearted.
What?
The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another.
Yeah, I weigh over 8.
He hasn't thought about your room of
I worked all day yesterday. Oh, dude, that's horrible, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, baby girl had to work yesterday too. Thus is the curse of the life in retail. So I feel you on that. But I mean, hell yeah, dude! I was in the kitchen all day yesterday, man. I made Thanksgiving dinner. I spatchcocked the turkey the night before and dry brined it. So let's see what. 3 boxes of stovetop. 2 different types of candied yams because baby girl don't like marshmallow on hers. I like marshmallow on mine. So I had to make 2 different types of candied yams. Green bean casserole that I completely fucked up. Yeah, I'm one of those people that just has to rinse the leftover stuck on concentrate soup off the sides. So I use a little bit of milk and I swish it off the sides. Well, that little bit of milk I used wound up making the soupy a little too soupy. So you could touch the top of my green bean casserole, and like I sent a video of it to baby girl while she was at work, and her only response was wiggle, 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 because like you touch it and it was like a water bed. It would just ripple. It was like slapping a nice ass, just and you just watch that ripple take off from that central point. And yeah, seriously, you touch that bad boy and it was wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So yeah, we it still got served, still got eaten, still tasted great. It's just more that you need a bowl for it. I was still sounding good. I am so glad. Like I still fuck with it every now and then. My main problem is keeping it balanced enough that when I speak, the game sound doesn't override me. Dude, if you want, I can make a small video on how I did it. It's just fucking around with the built-in settings from Facebook. Or I mean, yeah, fucking what am I talking about? Windows. It's the built-in gain control and balancing through Windows, and then I have an add-on for OBS. Even though I'm using Streamlabs OBS, right? I know, dude. I dropped the ball on that one. But it's an add-on, and it's background noise cancellation supposedly on par with that of Discord, but I had it installed for a while and my audio was still garbage. So I'm not sure if maybe a recent Streamlabs update made that available and that's now kicked in and it's helping with my noise cancellation, because I mean I got a fan running in the window in the background. My room is not quiet. I got the dogs jumping around on the bed, so I need that noise cancellation if I'm going to broadcast and still be at my comfortable norm in my room. But I'm glad it's working out. I'm glad it sounds good. That's awesome. And if you'd like, I can show you, I can send you or upload to my Mega IO storage the little add-on that I downloaded for the OBS noise cancellation. And then I can just show you what I did in Windows if you want. Messed with stuff and have it. Well, I'm still, so when I've worked all day, and I've had to scream my head off at the job site to be heard over jackhammers, heavy equipment, generators, etc. My voice changes a lot over the course of a day. Like today, I haven't done a lot of talking. My voice still has a baritone to it. But by the end of the day, when I'm done talking, my voice will be higher and much whinier. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. That's just what happens.
There were 6 of them, but the Unity fell apart.
Well, there's also voice changer mods, if that's how you really feel. I've been actually messing with a couple of VST plugins through DaVinci and what is that other program? Oh, I can't. I'll minimize the game. Can't get back to it without closing the game or pausing it. So I'll tell you about that one later. I think it's like Dark Weave I use for my recording and shit.
unite the tribes and
Yeah, let's
defeat
join the
World
myriad.
Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
We will defeat the World Eaters, and we will
must
save
join them.
the Tree of
You
Life.
understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. That Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance.
Like, when I first wake up in the morning, man, and I'm first talking, my voice is like 4 octaves lower than it is right now.
Is the Jagni tribe.
But by the end of the day, when I get home from work and I've been screaming all day, my voice sounds
Their
horrible.
king have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who
Dude, you've got a
desire
great
peace
voice for broadcasting. I don't know what you're talking about, but I guess that's one of those things where beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like, I wish my voice was deeper, more like yours. Like, you've got a great voice, dude. You could do radio. Like, I would listen to you do, like, the 98 Rock radio. Be on there bullshitting and cracking jokes all morning.
You'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat.
Yeah, it's like, most of the days I hate my own voice. It's grating. Yeah, it's, I guess, that concept where everyone hates their own voice. Everyone hates the sound of their own recorded voice. Like, I don't sound the way I do to myself when I'm speaking as I sound to myself when I listen to my own recordings of my streams and stuff like that. Like, I listen to my voice on the stream and I'm like, oh god, it's like nails on a fucking chalkboard. Ugh. What the fuck? You know, but then I speak normally and it doesn't sound that way when I'm speaking. So it's, I don't know, man. It's one of those things, matter of opinion.
He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
Exactly, and that comes back down to the recorded. Everyone doesn't like the sound of their recorded voice, and nobody likes leaving their voicemail messages. You know what I mean? What's up, brother man? Guess what? Hell yeah! You get any of the animated ones yet? I still got to figure out how to make the animated ones. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Hell yeah. Well, if you figure out how to do the animated before I figure out how to make them, let me know. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Piece of candy. What do we got? The Mobby brush his shoulder off. Hell yeah. The Mobby wave. Bet. Mobby do. Mob squirrel. Yes. Yes. The Mob Valley. Yes. Hell yeah, bro. left trigger and the button it's bound to. Bet. Jeez, Valmo, what do we do? Hell yeah, man, those icons are dank. I love them. Hell yeah, man, they turned out well.
Says it's time to head to the blimp station and find Lobo.
Hell yeah, man, the animateds are gonna be epic.
Says you should take it easy. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Got more than a flesh wound. Watch it. What a relief. Hot metal. Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Aw, shit, gonna pee on another pole. Here we go.
Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands Wang Fu is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more done in less time. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no... He says, that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned, but you need practice. Lots of... Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to... The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know.
Oh, hey, baby girl. Yeah, it's buffering because this... Hold on one sec. All right, there. Now it's not at a talking part. I don't have my sound alerts on for this this broadcast setup. I will refund you that 1,000 points after the broadcast. I apologize for that. Need food, and your stream keeps buffering on me. Yeah, the stream keeps buffering because it's lagging frames. I mean, on a good stable connection, it looks good. I'm watching it on my cell phone, but just to make sure that it's not horrible, because if it gets to that point, I'll just end the broadcast. You know how I am with that. And as far as you need food, what, you want me to bring you lunch?
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too. Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the environment. The next generation will pay for the mistakes of the last. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
Baby girl, you still there? Well, it looks like it might be buffering so bad that I might have to stop and take a second to text her. Alright, text sent. That's that. Search the rubbish pile. I wonder if it's these bright spots.
He wonders what usefulness found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to...
Okie dokie.
That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a sharp remark.
I appreciate it, brother man. I'll actually be taking a small break here in about 5 minutes. I got dogs I got to take care of.
It looks like she's starting to lose her patience.
Panzer with the bush.
You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. You'll continue to build on the... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. That's all she's ever asked of you, that you'll try and give it your best. You can't do more than that. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. He says you're right. Nobody can tell him what he can and can't do, and that includes you.
That's some bullshit. I was smacking the fuck out of X.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. Here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He wishes that was true for your Moomer too, but guiding the village into the future and teaching Wang Fu to her disciples seems more important for every day. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics. He's curious to see what you've found. He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap. The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
When the narrator speaks, does anybody else pick up on some, what do they call it, some Sackboy vibes? What's the name of that game? Oh, God. Something Planet, Little Big Planet. I get Little Big Planet vibes off the narrator.
Your Muma says it's about time you got here.
Sadurutu.
Wants you to understand that you can do anything if you work really hard.
Puri kumbala muma.
She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down.
Kanamunta.
Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Mustiki muhka.
That's all she's ever asked of you.
Kanamunta.
Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz.
Mustiki muhka.
You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it. Catchy.
Domale tu.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
Kanamunt.
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Kamonu.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
Kamonu.
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Kodotuku.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
Vaseno kasaman warut.
Says a good rest makes you ready for tomorrow. Rest and you'll find strength for tomorrow. Nothing could stop Lupa Lupin from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Asilmatu.
Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow. Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. Looks like... Like it'll work. Might turn a blade or two. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. No going back from that. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff Hulk's on the loose. You're not dead yet. A smart foe would lead.
Imetala.
They've received news a Ronin had strengthened their ranks and were looking forward to meeting you.
Dro eku dadrea.
A group of myriad crusaders already headed out to Jagni's Mercadorpus outpost and are waiting for you there.
La zabatiabel plarike pritjoa.
You should hurry there and help them best the outpost.
Rayo tesutjo.
Not really. It's west of Bricktown. You can spot Gizmo's chug yard from the hill it resides on.
Sorry, folks. I will return shortly. I got swept up in Thanksgiving leftovers. I'm making myself a turkey bowl. I will be right back.
That's an improvement.
tui tapletsia.
Better not keep the Crusaders waiting. Look, an emergency box from the old days, when you needed to pack a punch. Wow, bet that knuck makes a tight fist. Toxanol was something called a corporate juggernaut, and our world still bears the marks of the massive ecological catastrophes they inflicted upon the land. The apocalypse they caused was the end of days for their world. But for us, it was simply a beginning. Tunnels like this still carry echoes from the past. Can you hear it? Make something from that. A teeth shattering. Go see what you can see in this fresh day. A flush stool from the back in time. Seems like the tighteners on the piping need to be unturned correctly to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's what you could call a wet disaster. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's what you could call a wet disaster. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's what you could call a wet disaster. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's what you could call a wet disaster. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's what you could call a wet disaster. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's what you could call a wet disaster. Nighttime is ending. You need to unturn the pipe tighteners to drain the flush stool. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. This corner of the world is called Bricktown. Sky's getting grayer, lighter every moment. That notice board, filled with the leftovers of used-to-be wants. You're getting close to one of those old Toxanol brick towns. Pay attention. The Toxanol Corporation made this place, and then just threw it away when they were done with it. Toxanol never cared about the waste, as long as they didn't have to pay to clean it up. There must be a track somewhere in this brick town. Just hope it's not buried. There's a change in the air. Feels like daybreak. Would you look at that? Looks like the Frysparker's knobs need to be in sync if you want to get the hardware working. It's a Frysparker mindset. Boom, you got something. It's not exactly what you wanted, but you got it right away. You found the track! Amazing it wasn't destroyed. So much of this place was just discarded. Lucky the track somehow made it. When Toxanol abandoned the place, it fell apart fast. Not too many like living in a ruin hole like this. The tracks moved on from Bricktown, and you should too. Can't be too many days like this left at the rate the world is ending. You found the whereabouts, the deepest, darkest forest in the land, sometimes hard to see for all the trees. Smash that trash! Whacked! That's a Jackney tribe outpost. Mercadorpa's outpost, a Jagni tribe stronghold. Let's see. Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain. Clarifies that rigging the odds in your favor in preparation of the takeover is one thing, but collateral damage is another. Here's the first line of defense. That's a bomb lobber. Spot, wrecked it.
All right, guys, my patience is wearing thin with this portion. I'm going to go ahead and take a break so I can go eat my dinner, lunch, whatever you want to call it. I love each and every one of your faces, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Alright guys, I'm going to send you all over to Hell's Janitor TV, who's currently streaming 7 Days to Die. You all have a wonderful